Hey YouTube, it's Adrian. Just before we get you to this video, do me a favor and head over to pageantlaunch.com. We are starting the world's first dedicated pageant review site, and I would love for you to join our launch team. All you need to do is put in your email address. It's completely free. We are looking to make a pageant industry that is safe, transparent, and fair. I know it's like that most of the time, but over the last year, it's become very evident that it's not like that all of the time. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, put in your email address, and let's get you to this. Guys, it's Adrian from the Pageant Project, and I'm here with Rachael Evren, who is IJM International Teen 2019. Rach, hello.
Hello everyone.
Hello again. Now, we are going to be super brave today, and they do say fortune favors the bold. I have found that when it comes to tech, that's not always the case. But we're not doing a normal interview today. We are getting Rach to show us how to use TikTok. Now, the story behind this is I asked you if you use TikTok. You answered back saying, well, why don't you relate the story? Because I know the story, but also I don't know your thinking behind it. How did it go from you saying, no, I'm too old for TikTok, to now being like famous? Kind of.
So what had happened is that I actually have a few friends that were on TikTok, and to be fair, even my boyfriend's on TikTok, and I actually told him, I was like, you have to delete it. Like, the only people on TikTok are like 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, like, we're too old for TikTok. And then one of my close friends, and like this close friend of mine, she's actually a cool person, and she downloaded TikTok and she was so obsessed with it. And I was like, look, I'll download it to support her. I was like, but I'm not going to get involved. And then I was that person who like scrolled through videos for hours, and I was like, I'm so much funnier than all these people combined. So I started making my own TikToks.
I see. Okay. So you just thought TikTok wasn't funny enough, so you decided to join it.
Yeah. I was like, let me make my own content, and it's been going well so far. In 1 week, we've gotten a huge following, so that's been good.
Has it only been, how long have you actually been on it?
I think it's been 10 days, exactly 10 days.
Okay, because, I mean, it's insane. Like, as I said, one of your videos has 180,000 views, and there's several of them that have over 10,000 views. So obviously someone's watching. Why I didn't just have this idea for no reason. Why I think this is important is a lot of pageant girls, obviously, the more followers they have, the better. Instagram, Instagram recently changed its algorithm, so it's a lot harder to get likes, and they've removed likes here in Australia. I don't know if they've done it in America, but they've removed likes basically here in Australia. And there's a lot of people saying their posts get fewer views, whereas TikTok at the moment, it's kind of what we call organic viewing. It's just like, that's free. Oh, so you don't have to pay for it.
And it's crazy. Like, literally overnight, you can become famous from TikTok. It's just crazy how it's happened.
Yeah, I mean, there's you. As we were talking about, there's Tasha Ross as well. I don't know how many, like in 1 week, I think she's got something like, I mean, I can bring it up now. I won't get you to do it because we're actually going to be using your phone, but she has been on it about as long as me, which is about a month. And okay, where is she? She's almost one of the first people I followed.
Yeah, I think she's at about 20,000, to be honest. That sounds really creepy that I know that, but I think she's right up there.
No, you're right. So she has 21.2 thousand followers, 90.6 thousand likes. So the way TikTok works, if you don't know, on the top of your profile, it has a total number of likes you've gotten over all your posts. So she's almost at 100,000 likes, and she's only really been on it about a month. In fact, if I look back at her first one was back on October the 21st. That's not even a month. That's 3 weeks. No,
that's not a month yet. Yeah.
And you're doing super well as well. So I just think, I mean, it's obvious that you can build a huge following, but can you maybe just say why you enjoy TikTok? Because you haven't just done it because it's like work. You seem to have really become addicted to it. which is really funny, again, because you said you weren't going to do it. You were too old. So what hooked you into the TikTok thing?
It's so obsessive just because there's so much content that's on TikTok that is relatable and it's original. And I feel like Instagram, you're seeing the same post over and over again. But on TikTok, there's always something new and you feel like you can kind of contribute to that. I think that's why I became obsessed with TikTok. But back to the Instagram thing, actually, you can actually connect your Instagram account to TikTok as well. So you can gain a lot of following on both social medias from that. And I think that's also a really good reason why girls who are involved in pageantry should have TikTok, because I think in like 2 days when I connected my Instagram account, I've gotten 20 followers.
We're getting do you mean you got your 20 followers on Instagram, or you got 20 followers on TikTok?
On Instagram. And like that doesn't sound like a lot, but for 2 days that's 10 followers a day, and I usually only get like 2 a week. So like to me that's like a lot of followers to get within a short period of time.
That makes sense. Yeah, something with Instagram has definitely changed over the last few months, and it's a lot harder to grow that following. So especially if you're trying to start off new, I mean, you still kind of have to have an Instagram. I don't think you can get away with not having one, but I think if you want a following quickly, it's
part of like life at the moment.
Yeah. Do you know any other pageant girls who are on not Snapchat, TikTok? I'm getting them all mixed up. Have you followed any other ones?
I know a lot of my American friends are on TikTok. Like in America, TikTok is massive, but not here in Australia.
Right. Okay. Because the one that blew up big for you was an American versus an Australian thing anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay. So now I see what you were thinking. Okay. And I do kind of think that America is where Australia is going to be. I think Australia just kind of follows America in terms of cultural trends and social media trends. So if it's blowing,
we're kind of like their little brother. We just like follow after them and see what they're doing.
Exactly. This is like the 51st or the 52nd state. I can't remember which number it is, but we are the we're the extra state of Australia, of America.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's like the reasoning behind why I wanted to go into TikTok, because I think if you want to build a big following, because you've got a big opportunity here. A lot of people think they're too old for it, as you did, and you're all 19 years old. So I think for a 19-year-old, oh my God, I'm too old for it. Yeah. Okay. So just with a Facebook comment, Adam Gribchich has said Christopher Evren says hello, and. Now, this is an interesting question, and after we answer this one, we're going to try and show you Rachel's phone, and we'll get her to walk you through the ins and outs of TikTok, because essentially we want a TikTok tutorial. So those of you who go, okay, cool, I want to build a TikTok following, but you load it and you go, I have no idea how to use it, because the user interface is not the simplest to understand, because you've got music, you've got filters, you've got transitions, etc. So I really wanted someone to show you how to do it. But Belinda Tweet Simmons, I hope that's the correct pronunciation, she said, Rachel, my daughters both have TikTok. Is there anything that I should keep an eye on? And I guess that's from a parental perspective. That's a really good question.
Yeah. It is a very good question, because they can't actually filter what is coming through to them. It's whatever is popular. And there is some content that on there that is posted that you kind of question and you go, should this really be on there? TikTok's very good in a sense though that it takes a lot of it down. Like if it has the slightest bit of anything inappropriate, like it is taken down immediately. But I would probably say like just keep an eye on what they're posting as well, just because you don't know who's watching it, you don't know who's liking it or anything like that. It's not like Instagram. You can't block people. Well, you can, but it's harder. It's a lot harder.
It's a bit of the Wild West at the moment. So you'll get all sorts of. I haven't had anything too bad. I mean, the main thing I think I would be worried from a parental perspective is I've seen some pretty daredevilish stuff. There was a guy who was walking across beams across top of the skyscraper, and he was shooting down towards the ground. And I'm not afraid of heights, but even me watching that gave me a bit of nausea. But TikTok is good in saying that there's got I don't know if you've seen them, Rach, but they've got like a disclaimer underneath those sorts of videos that says, warning, the action or something in this video could lead to serious injury. So it is actually good that way.
Sometimes it does have that, yeah.
Okay, all right. So Belinda, I hope that answers your question. I don't envy your position as a parent because it's another platform that you have to look after, but
Yeah.
that's the world that we live in.
It's a harder one too.
And it's probably only going to get harder. Okay, now this is where things could go horrifically wrong. We're going to try and share Rachel's phone screen that has TikTok on it. Rach, is your phone still on the Skype call?
Yes. Do you want me to share the screen?
Okay, so I'll take off the screen sharing that we are using here.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll switch over. So guys, bear with us. This is where it could go completely wrong. All right, so if you start the screen sharing, and let's see what happens. Oh, I think we might be. Oh wow, yes. And then to TikTok.
There.
It's working. Okay.
Yay.
All right. Now, we haven't, Rachel asked me, what are we actually doing tonight? I haven't actually thought through as to exactly the bits of TikTok to look through. I just got as far as, can we make this work? And we can. So, Geordie Dalton has asked, Rachel, do you have any TikTok videos? Rach, I mean, we can see now she's got 66.4 thousand likes. So I'd say the answer to that is a solid yes. Now, the sound from the TikTok is not actually going to come through, unfortunately, but TikTok allows you to use pretty much all the famous music. You can only use it in 15 or 20-second clips for the most part, because I think that infringes copyright after that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But you can use pretty much licensed music, so famous music. So, Rach, do you want to maybe bring up the one that has 180,000?
Yeah, I will. Let me find it.
So you can see the feed is pretty similar to Instagram, but it's just rectangular. Again, we can't hear this.
You can't hear it, but it's basically me describing the difference between America and Australia and like different things we say. And that is the one that blew up.
Yeah. And you have this thing about Adidas, don't you? Adidas.
I just can't get over it. I don't know why Americans pronounce Adidas Adidas. It just gets to me.
I started calling it Adidas because I thought Adidas sounded better than Adidas. But you can see...
Really?
Yeah, I just think it's different. 33.1 thousand likes, and that's been viewed 180,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so, Rach, why don't you... I mean, if you can remember back to when you were trying to learn the platform, why don't you take us through creating a TikTok? I mean, you don't have to post it.
Yeah. No, that's okay. So yeah, let me actually get up a TikTok. You're going to see my room, guys. Hello.
We can see you twice now.
Yeah, I know. Look at me. So okay, so this bar down here, you can see there's this gray bar that's got all these different times on it. So times 3 means it's faster. So times 3 is the fastest you can go, and then 0.3 times is the...
So it's like fast. So 3 times is when you want to speed everything up, and 0.3 times is when you want to make things super slow-mo.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if it was freezing or not, because on my laptop it's freezing. I'm like, oh, am I talking to myself?
No, it's just glitching a little bit. It's okay.
Okay, that's okay. Well, I'll keep going. Okay, and then on the sidebar over here, you have 5 different icons you can use. So you have the filters, and there are a stack of filters you can use. There's too many. Way too many.
I haven't figured out. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out what G and B. Do you know what B and F and...
to this day, it's like Visco. Like Visco has like F3 and things like that. I don't get it.
I don't know. I just use the one that looks good.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this one looks all right. And like, if you can do this too, you just swipe across, and that is another way to just automatically apply filters as well. And then you have the beauty filter. So what that does is it makes you look prettier just by a bit, though. It doesn't completely edit everything.
It's like automatic photoshopping.
Yeah, pretty much. It just smoothens your skin, basically. But I mean, it doesn't do a lot. And then you have your timer, and your timer is what I use a lot of. And so you basically can put a timer on. It's like a photo. You stop it, you start it, things like that. And then you have effects as well. I love the effects. My favorite one, where is it? It's the invert. Have you seen the invert challenge?
No, what's that?
Okay, so I'm trying to find it. Which one is it? There's a effect that you can do, and it basically just changes, like, it faces the camera the other way, if that makes sense. So like, you know how when you take a photo and the photo flips automatically?
Yeah.
So it flips it back for you.
Right.
Yeah, and so people are finding out that their faces aren't perfectly symmetrical because of this effect. It's hilarious. Yeah.
God. Okay. Right. Got it. I haven't seen that one yet.
I'll try and find it for you. But yeah, so there's all these effects that are like trending, and so they're the effects that are most popular. And then obviously you have things that can relate to a song you pick. And with sounds, there are so many sounds to choose from. Trending is always a good one to go with, just because obviously these are the songs that a lot of people are going with at the moment. But you don't always, like, you can start a trend yourself, but it is very hard. Usually like the high up TikTokers start trends, everyone else just follows them. Yeah. And what else do we have? Yeah, and then we have flip the camera, and then you can upload like photos and videos and everything like that as well. But yeah, it does take a bit to get used to. It isn't like the easiest thing to use. And sometimes, and when you first start, you get so fascinated with it because there's all these like transitions and things you can do. And you're like, oh, I just want to put them all in there. And sometimes the best TikToks are the ones that are like the most simple.
That's what I was going to say. Because when I first started using TikTok, I just started using everything because like, I can do all these things. And literally, I think my first TikTok, it just creates nausea because there's so many different effects on it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Mine was the exact same. I was like, oh, this looks cool. And looking back on it, I was like, why did I do that?
I don't know. Your first one, that one with you walking, that was just a simple one in slow-mo, wasn't it? I like that one.
Yeah, well, because I wanted to make a TikTok, but I was like, I don't know what to upload. And this was an old video. And this one actually got a lot of views as well, surprisingly. I was like, I'm just walking. Like, I'm not even doing anything special.
There's that transition.
Yeah. That little special transition I chucked in there.
I like the caption. Wow, so I did a thing.
Yeah.
Another one.
So I did a thing.
The captions on TikTok, you got to keep. Oh, there you go. The 4-way and the 6-way. The captions you got to keep pretty short and sharp. You can actually I didn't know this. You can only do 150 characters. So it's kind of like an old school SMS. You can't do a lot of characters. I think one of the things I like about it is you can't spam. Like you can't put links in there and stuff like that. They don't work. So it is, it's very real, it's very authentic. Have you used, if you just go back to the create screen with the 60 seconds and the 15 seconds, have you used the photo templates one?
We're trying this one?
The one to the right of the 15 seconds. Oh, no. Just at the bottom. If you exit out of the filters.
Oh, this one up here, it says upload. The photo templates.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because if you are overwhelmed with where to start, that's really simple because you just pick photos and you can go from your camera roll and it will tell you how many photos to upload. You can change the music and then it will create a video for you out of your photos with music, which you can then share to your Instagram story really easily. Because once you post it to TikTok, it has a button, if you've linked the two anyway, that you can share it straight to your story. So if you're a bit overwhelmed by all the video stuff, you can use the photo templates to start, and they've actually put a few new ones there. You have something I don't have. You have the live. Yeah,
so you can live as well. Can't you live?
No, you need a certain amount of followers.
Oh, look at me go.
How many followers do you have? I think the number was over 1,000, and then you can get lives.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just under 3,000.
There you go. So it only enables live when you go, I think, over 1,000 or 2,000. So congratulations, you've got the live feature.
Thanks.
You're such a celebrity. Okay.
I know. It's so wild. So especially on these viral videos, you get a lot of people obviously comment on them, and like you just get random people comment on them. The one comment I keep getting is, "Oh my God, you're the girl from Tall Girl," and I'm so over it. I'm like, I'm literally not her.
I didn't even know what you were talking about until you brought it up for the 5th time, and then I looked at it. It's like, you don't look that similar.
I get it, like it's the face shape, I get it, but I just I wouldn't confuse it. Like I ended up making a TikTok about it actually. Let's see if it loads. I do understand the face shape, but it's not just, you don't base
like how you identify someone purely on the shape of their face. I mean, there are details as well.
Yeah, there's like a lot more things that, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't look at that video and go, hang on, which one is you? I mean, to me, it's super clear. It's not really that close either.
No, absolutely not. And there's some girls on here, and like there is one girl who I follow, and she literally looks like Ariana Grande. Like you could mistake them. And I'm just like, guys, stop commenting on it. I was like, let's just leave it there. I'm not her. I was like, if I was, I would have a lot more followers.
How many times have people commented on that?
That video, not too many, but like people commenting that I'm the girl from Tall Girl. Like I get it on every video, every single video.
Part of me just feels that you should start saying, yes, I am. I mean, you might boost your follower count.
Who knows? I was acting in it. It's true. That happened.
I'm just going back to the Facebook comments for a sec. Belinda has said, it's Adidas. Americans are weird. I don't know. I think it depends. Who invented Adidas, like the brand? Was it us? Was it was it
Germany? Germany invented it, and they actually pronounce it completely different from how we pronounce it. But they have a stronger accent than us that we just can't do. So that's
how do they pronounce it? Is it Das? Adidas?
It's like ARRIDAS. That's like kind of how they pronounce it. Adidas, something like that.
Adidas, yeah, because Das is a word in German, so Adidas. So actually, the Americans might be closer than us.
No, Adidas sounds closer than Adidas.
Yeah. Okay. Belinda has also said, I'm going to have to download TikTok now just so I can watch this video. Well, that's what we're trying to do. Okay, Rach, can you take us through maybe making a simple TikTok? Because this is something that people are just going to want to know. So apart from the photo templates, which I said, if you don't know where to start with that, because you can just pick photos from your camera roll, put them in, it'll make a video, you choose music, it's super simple. Can you maybe show us something a little bit more up level than the photo templates?
See, it's just very difficult because like even my videos are so simple. So basically, for any basic video that I do, so let's pretend like I'm making one. So I go to a sound, and so when you go through each page on like the popular page on Instagram, you can go to songs, and if you find a song that you like, you can save them to a favorites list. So I have all my songs saved to a favorites list. And it doesn't matter which one we pick because you can't hear it anyway. So let's just go with this one.
Wow, you've saved a lot to your
you
saved a lot to your favorite list.
I've been on this app.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then let's just say I'm going to do this. This is the start of it. And so that hasn't loaded yet. Is it working? Sorry, we're seeing if it's going to work. I don't think it's going to let me make a video.
Oh, it might be. It might be trying to double use
this.
It might be double trying to use a camera from Skype and the camera to use it to make a TikTok. Like it looks like
Let's just go to one of my TikToks I've made and let's go from there.
Okay.
So this is one this is my favorite. This is my mom's favorite one actually. It's still glitching.
Oh, no, we got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, so this one is filmed in different places, but all I did was literally set my phone up on little like on steps and things like that, and with the timer button, you can start and stop the music whenever you wanted to. So I was just doing that, and I was just going around the house filming at different locations. And then that last sequence is an effect that you can do where it zooms up on your face. So you literally don't have to do any of that. Like it does it for you. And with the wording as well. So at the beginning, it has my boyfriend telling me I'm addicted to TikTok. You can set a duration for that. So you can stop and start that as well. You can change the wording, you can change the font. That's what I meant. Like you can do a lot of different things on this app. I mean, you really can be creative with it. This is one thing I haven't mastered yet that a lot of people are able to do. And that is, have you seen it? The transitions where you knock the camera and then, or someone does a backflip and then they're wearing something else.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those. Some of them are not as good, but some of them are just amazing. They look like proper special effects.
Yeah, some of them are just like absolutely crazy. Actually, there's one girl who I commented on her video, and this video has just gone absolutely like that. My comment on her video has gotten a ridiculous amount of likes. Yeah, 431.
What did you comment?
I said, I actually said something like really nice. I said, sis just did that because she's getting changed her for a formal. And I was like, wow, she looks incredible. But this is a transition that you can do. It comes up with it.
Yeah, it's not going to be super smooth on the Skype call, unfortunately, but I think people can get an idea. So she's gone obviously from the t-shirt and shorts into this stunning dress.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And literally all she has done is just jumped, and it looks like she's literally just completely jumped into a whole new outfit. And it's just crazy how people can do things like that. And some people get really creative with it.
This is one thing that I think, because I was initially thinking that TikTok is kind of like Instagram stories. It's similar to Instagram stories, but kind of on steroids. And I guess that's still kind of because you can be more creative. You can, I think that's one of the things you mentioned is the music. So you can actually bring the music up at the beginning so that you then almost synchronize your video, or you cue yourself into the video based on the music. This is why there have been, there's some, I mean, obviously there's music, but also there's some almost spoken stuff. Like the one that I heard a lot of, I don't understand because I don't watch, I think it was Love Island or something. Was it
Love Island, yeah.
Yeah, and all I remember is that it's like, let me in. And then it's like, you remember that one?
That's one Tasha did. I keep getting a note. Tasha. She did a Love Island one to that, and that was hilarious. You can, so that one went viral as well. That was hilarious. So yeah, there are like acting things that you can do, and a lot of people actually use this app for their acting. Have you realized that?
I'm seeing more of it because it's like people are getting more and more creative. So the one that I put up of you, that was the acting one. That was someone screaming about being scared of a spider. Yeah.
Like I just did a fun one because like I thought I liked the audio to it, but there are people who actually create accounts just to do acting and like act out different parts, like from sad to happy and love, things like that. And like they're just getting so many followers off it. And my thing is like, you don't know who's watching your videos. Like who knows in Hollywood who's on this app, like, all right, let's find the next, I don't know, Margot Robbie. It's just, it's crazy to think of. And like there's the girl who's like the TikTok girl, her name's Lauren Gray. She has the most followers ever on TikTok. She's 16 and she has launched a music career from TikTok.
Oh wow. Are you able to bring up her account for us?
Yeah, let me grab it for you.
Because this is another thing. It's not all about music. So some of the soundtracks are actually not soundtracks. They're spoken words. And what a lot of people have done, like Rachel included, the one that I shared, you basically memorize the words. And it's not that difficult because it's only 15 seconds long. And then you basically lip sync to the spoken word and you act it out. So you might take some, I don't know where that video, that sound clip that Tasha used came from, but she acted out a whole scene from Love Island using the soundtrack that someone else had spoken. So she's just lip syncing the whole thing. Okay. Yeah. That puts it in perspective. 34.9 million followers. I don't remember seeing.
And 2.1 billion likes.
I don't know many Instagram accounts that have that many followers.
Yeah, it's wild. And I think she's actually just turned 16. But this is the thing. So she started when TikTok was Musical.ly.
Right, and that's another thing. Yeah, TikTok used to be Musical.ly, so it's now the evolution of Musical.ly. They bought out Musical.ly, and now it's TikTok.
Yeah, and I just found that out, I think, like a couple of months ago, because I was like, what happened to Musical.ly? Like, where did that go? And then turns out it just changed over to TikTok.
Yeah, no, I did try Musical.ly for a bit, and I couldn't understand it, so I gave up on that. But TikTok, I can see it's... Gee, 34.9 million followers, 2.1 billion likes. So this is why I thought it's important, because if you do want to build a following, I mean, even if you can get a small chunk of that. I mean, how long have you been on it? You've been on what, 10 days. 10 days. And how many followers have you got in 10 days?
In 10 days, I've gotten close to 3,000, I believe.
And your Instagram is what, about 5?
No, my Instagram's only got 1,500, so I've got more than my Instagram account.
In 10 days?
In 10 days.
See, there you go. See, I kind of think, like, for people who are like, oh, I can't see why I should be on TikTok. I mean, honestly, if you want to become an influencer or build a following for anything, if it's non-profit, if it's a business, like, I don't think you should be, dismissing TikTok when you can get that number of followers that quickly.
Well, look, I'll actually quickly bring up my Instagram and I'll show you guys like the amount of followers I've gained. Because like I said, you can connect your Instagram account. Yeah. And I'll quickly show you the amount of followers that I've actually gained from TikTok. It's going to load.
It's just so weird seeing a phone screen up on Skype.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, this is so like open to everyone.
Oh, you had Amber follow you. Amber Sydney.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, like I've gotten just a crazy amount of followers from this app just because I connected my Instagram to my TikTok.
There you go. So the two really work.
And it just keeps going.
The two really work together then for you.
Yeah, exactly. And then then I have my IJM account connected to obviously my private account into my bio. So I've gotten followers from people clicking on that as well.
Cool. All right. In terms of, so let's say, I'm assuming it's going to mainly be pageant girls who might be inspired by this to go and try TikTok. Maybe not so much the parents, but what sort of content ideas would you have for girls who want to start? Maybe they have a TikTok account, they haven't used it yet, because I know there's a lot of those as well. So what's some of the stuff that you've done? Because the other thing I was going to ask you is also the duets. That's something that you can't do on stories, and you've got a duet there. So do you want to quickly talk us through the duet feature? Because I haven't done one of those yet.
Yeah, so the duet I did with a girl, and I think she's actually an American girl. And do you know the dolls Bratz?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so Bratz is like Barbie, but they were like the bad girl version of Barbie, basically.
Is that what it was?
And they were massive. Yeah, they were massive when I was younger. And so this girl did a video of her being Jade, one of the girls from one of the dolls from the Bratz collection, and then I was Chloe. And so now we've had girls who have made separate duets with us, and they're just adding to like the Bratz gang, basically. Right. But like it doesn't work without audio, but like.
But talk us through what a duet actually is, because people who have been on Instagram and not on TikTok won't have any idea what a duet is.
So a duet is someone posts a video, say like if I posted a video, anyone is able to click on that, let me bring it up actually, is able to click on a duet button, which is right down here. Yeah, so it says duet just down the bottom there. Mm-hmm. And what you can do is that you can create a video side by side with the original video. Yep. So yeah, I've done one. I've had a few people create duets with my videos actually.
Any good ones?
Let me bring up. No, it's just been two. It's just been two. But this, like one person, I had no clue who she was, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. But yeah, you can just literally create a video side by side with the original video. Some people like to do creative things, like some people act out acting parts. Some people literally just sit there and watch someone else do it. Some people add like a connection to the original video. Like there's a lot of things that you can do with the duets. You can get really creative with it. But like that's like slowly moving up in the TikTok levels.
That's so cool. You've got someone duetting with you, so you can either. I
know, it was crazy.
The one that I've seen a lot of is because there's a lot of dancers on TikTok, and I love watching them because they're so talented. And then you can duet the dance, so literally you do the same dance as them.
Exactly.
And the cool thing is, if they've got a big following and they like your duet, they can then share it on, and then you get a lot of exposure. And the other one you can do is like reaction type videos, which are huge, all the rage at the moment.
Exactly.
So
yeah, exactly. So reaction, is that a separate whole other?
Well, I think it might have been, or I don't know if it is now, but I saw a react.
I still think it is. Let's see if I can bring it up.
I swear I saw a react button somewhere versus a.
There is a react button, yeah.
Yeah, so it's react versus duet. So you can watch a video and just put like a funny facial expression onto it. If you want. There you go.
Yeah.
You can.
So this is like me reacting to the original video.
You can react to yourself.
I know. Could you imagine?
I can.
see if that one gets famous than the first one.
I really can. There are people who are reacting to their old video, maybe a year from now when you become a...
I was going to say, if it's like a year old, but this is like a 3 days old.
You know, when you're a TikTok mega celebrity and you're looking back a year now to where it all started, then yeah, you got to react to your own old videos.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, as we said, we can't, I think you just really need to download the app and play with it.
Yeah, it's definitely learning. Like, I didn't know anything about TikTok. I literally had not an idea until I downloaded the app, and then I started following people that like I knew, and then I was like, oh, like I think this is actually kind of fun. Let me try it. I think I did 2 videos in one day, and they both got 3,000 views and 1,900 views, and I was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah. Oh, there's actually someone watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think probably the main thing is, like, on Instagram, it's kind of reached a level of maturity now where people, particularly in pageantry, but also modeling, every photo they put up is taken by a professional photographer. And it's very heavily, in a lot of cases, maybe not photoshopped, but at least edited, you know, for brightness and contrast. Back in the day, Instagram wasn't really meant for that. It was meant for more authentic things. And as it became more mature, now, I mean, I put up like 50% quote posts. If you go onto TikTok, that's not happening. So if you are someone who just has photos, then this will force you to actually, I think, reveal more of your authentic self. Like, even looking at your feed, Rach, like, this is very different to an Instagram feed, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is like completely different from my Instagram. Like, on my Instagram, I'm very much like, it's all pageanty. It's very all like
shiny,
like dressed up and girly. Like this is like my first ever viral video. I literally got not a stick of makeup on, and I'm in my PJs, and I made this video at 11 o'clock at night. Like, it was just like, TikTok is very much, it's something that you wouldn't post on Instagram.
Yeah, I think, it's all... Have you cross-shared any of them to your Instagram stories, though?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right. So you're keeping them fairly separate. So look, I mean, you can keep them separate. You can cross-share them if you want. But I think it's really cool that it sort of forces you to be creative and authentic. Yeah. It's a lot like, if you put a quote post there, no one's going to look at it because it's just going to be a photo, maybe with music. It's very video based. And I really love the fact that people can take, so if you like, for example, one of the soundtracks that Rach uses, at the bottom, you'll see the soundtrack come up, and you can then tap on that soundtrack and you can use it in one of your own videos as well. Yeah. So
and if you tap, I'm just using one now. Yeah. If you tap on that music as well, they'll come up with everyone else who's made videos to that music.
And that's how you can kind of join in on trends and things like that. So if you really like you can see a lot of those ones are like a list of text, and you can join in, and it's super cool. So
even James Charles is on the app now. Like, everyone is on this app.
I've seen some people. I've seen like Will Smith on it. Will Smith.
I follow Will Smith. He is awesome at this app. He's like king of this app.
I don't know how he's done some of them. There was this one where he's standing on a veranda, and he said that he's forgotten to get his girl, his daughter, like a present. And he just reaches, you see cars behind him on the street, and he reaches over and then he actually picks a car up off the street. And I'm like, how did you do that?
I think my phone's turned off.
Is it dead?
No, it's not dead. It's just not letting me share with Skype. Oh, wait, there we go.
It's not moving at the moment.
We're coming back on now.
We'll give it. Oh, yep, here we go.
There you go.
Okay, so
very good again.
I think that's a pretty good overview. Is there anything else that you can think of to bring up in terms of features, or, you know, maybe like a where to start?
Just don't overdo it. Like, you don't have to do anything wild. You don't have to do anything stupid. Like, just make videos that you like. If you genuinely like talking about a topic, like, just talk about it. My my favorite video was my American versus Australian one. And I love that video just because, like, when I go to pageants in America all the time, like, girls always ask me all these questions. So I was like, oh, let's just do American versus Australian video. And, like, people love that kind of stuff. Like, people like original, relatable content. They don't like seeing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And bring up those dance videos. Like, everyone is doing dance videos.
Yeah.
Like, if you are a great dancer, like, that's awesome, but you have to understand you're competing against, like, 30 million other people in this world that love to dance.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, and it's absolutely true. I did see one where a girl did this dance, and she had her dad behind him, and I love that behind her, because her dad was doing the same dance, and he was getting into it.
Yeah.
So I love.
You need to, like, add little twists to it.
Yeah, I love the fact that, see, I have spent probably more time. I don't know if this is the same for you, but scrolling through the TikTok feed. Just the generic feed and seeing what TikTok suggests. I have spent a lot more time looking at that recently than my Instagram feed. Because the Instagram feed's kind of like you said.
Oh, I'm the exact same.
It's like the same old, and it's nice, but it's just kind of what you're used to. Whereas a TikTok one, you never know what's going to come up.
There's always something new coming up with TikTok, and, like, people are so funny on this app. Like, some people really come up with hilarious content, and, like, on my Instagram, like, it's like I said, it's the same thing. Like, I'm constantly seeing the same photos for the same people, and, like, it's great and all, but you just sometimes want something new. So I feel like TikTok is just like Instagram. It's just like the video version of it.
Yeah, I mean, I followed. I have followed some, like, accounts like Unilad, I think it is, and it just has silly videos, like really funny ones. There was one where there's a 20-second video of a cat sneezing again and again and again. And sometimes when I don't have stuff to share on my Instagram story, I know you're not sort of cross posting, but when I find something funny on TikTok, you can very easily save it and then post it on your Instagram story. So if you are looking to sort of cross pollinate, then you can do that as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so dad joke. I'm just reading your profile. Dad joke superstar. Nothing like a good dad joke. Okay, and you've linked to your.
I was like, because everyone's got like their age and, like, their relationship status and things like that in their bio, and I'm like, well, I'm pretty good at dad jokes. Like, that's something that describes me, I guess.
Do you have a favorite dad joke?
We're not going back down. You asked me to do this last time. I'm not doing that again.
Oh, that's right. I remember. The fridge. Yep. God, I remember that now. Yes, still traumatized from it. You've got your YouTube link there as well, so that's cool because you're vlogging on YouTube. How are the YouTube vlogs going?
Really good, actually. So I think my highest viewed YouTube video at the moment has just hit 1,000 views, which is, like, some people think that's kind of still low, but I think that's really exciting for me, especially because I am just under 100 subscribers. Yeah,
for YouTube, 1,000 is a lot. 1,000 views is a lot on YouTube. So I guess this is the other thing as well. Like, don't get swept away too much by all the numbers. Like, just because obviously 66,000 likes on the TikTok is great, but don't think that just because you only get 1,000 views on YouTube that YouTube is useless, because the people who watch a YouTube video, like if you do a whole makeup tutorial, for example, that's a different audience to someone who just watches a 15-second TikTok. So we're not saying just.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely still love my YouTube, and I've had to cut it back. So I'm starting to post just one time a week. I was starting to post like 3 days a week, but I'm cutting it back to once a week. And I still love my YouTube video. I still love posting content that I post a lot of pageant content on my YouTube, and not a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah. Why did you have to cut back on your YouTube? Were you just spending too much time on it? Were you?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing, because I've just started at my new job, but there was a period of time where I was just focusing mainly on, like, my makeup business and things like that. Right. And so I had a lot of free time on my hands, and I was like, okay, let's just smash all these YouTube videos. Right. And I was just getting so obsessed with, like, all right, need more followers, need more likes, need more views. And now I'm just kind of like, I'm going to do what I want to do, and people who want to watch it can watch it. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All right, so you had a little bit of time on your hands. Is that when the TikTok addiction started?
Yeah, pretty much. And now I don't have as much time as when it started, and I'm like, wow. I think it's good for me though. It's definitely good. I need to get off this app.
I don't think you're going to somehow because you've taken off on it. I think you're going to see it through to the end. I mean, you said this started.
It's addicting. It's honestly so addicting, especially when you start like as soon as you have one video that just kind of like goes viral.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, now I want more.
Yeah, I put up one video that got like over 5,000 likes, and for me that was like, oh my god, I never got that anywhere. And then after that, I was kind of like hooked, and it was the silliest video. It's one of the ones I just was thinking, it wasn't even a video of me. I just took my Snapchat. There's these Bitmoji stories on Snapchat, which uses your Bitmoji to make a cartoon. And I just I screenshotted all of them, put them into TikTok, and it made a slideshow, and 5,600 people looked at it. I was like, what's going on here? Because that would never,
That's hilarious.
That would never have happened on Instagram or Snapchat or anywhere else. But for some reason, and it was a Halloween theme and all that stuff. And I think that's the other thing. Hashtags on TikTok do seem to still mean something, whereas on Instagram now they haven't really meant anything unless you really clue in on a trending one. But hashtags are a big thing on TikTok, so use a few hashtags. You don't have a lot
hashtags on TikTok. If you don't use a hashtag on TikTok, then you probably won't get any views on your video.
Yeah. Just remember, you've only got 150 characters to use in your captions, so you have to work out.
Keep your captions short.
super short. All right. I will skip back to just the webcams. So actually, Rach, if you want to hang up on your phone, you can go for it now. Yeah. That'll give us a bit more bandwidth to play with. And I will go back to here. Cool. All right, so that's that. How does it feel being a mega celebrity now?
Oh, it's wonderful. No, it's kind of it is weird. Like, I'm not calling myself a celebrity, but I get people. I had one girl comment on my video. She's like, "Oh my god, I love you so much. I'd be so happy if you replied to me." And I'm like, I've got nothing else to do with my life. Like, why wouldn't I reply to you?
There are more and more stories now of people being recognized on the street from their TikTok. This is not just an isolated. Really? Yeah, it's beginning to be a thing.
Oh my god.
If you think about it, it's because on TikTok you show so much more of your personality, I think, and the real you. Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, there's so much more of like the raw version of you. So like even if I go out of the house with no makeup on, people are still going to know I'm from TikTok.
Yep, and they're going to confuse you with that tall girl or whatever her name is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, all the time. They'll be like, "Oh my god, you're from that movie."
Maybe this is a sign you should take up acting.
I cannot act. I can walk on a stage. I cannot act.
Hey, well, I saw. I mean, you posted up on YouTube your very first time walking around. Well, not the first time, but
yeah. That video actually got a lot of attention to it as well, which is hilarious.
I still don't quite understand what you were doing. You look so stiff.
Oh
your arms were like this, and I just thought the whole time, God, that would make my shoulders hurt so much watching you go like that.
I was looking back at that video, and I was like, what was I even thinking? Like, where did I get the idea that this was an okay thing to do?
Well, where did you? I thought you got it through YouTube, didn't you?
No, so no. Wait, from the video idea or like the arms?
No, the arms.
Okay, no. So I actually had a coach back in the day, and obviously when toddlers and tiaras was like a huge thing, that was the thing to do.
I went to a pageant on the weekend, and there were some girls who were walking there for the first time, and some of them looked a little awkward, like because I had the really, really small ones. And to be honest, I saw one of the small ones walking, and she was walking the way you were walking in that video. She was walking like with a very, very stiff like that.
It's a nervous thing. You get over it. Like mine took 7 years to get over, but you'll get over it.
Okay. Rach, just before we wrap up, what have you got coming up in pageant land towards the end of the year, even 2020?
I think it's next week. Yeah, next Saturday is the IJM National Australia Final.
Next week?
Yeah, so next Saturday on the 23rd. That's next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It's the 14th today.
Yeah, so that's happening in Melbourne, and actually we are still taking last minute entries. So like if anyone is interested, make sure you go to the IJM Australia page. It's going to be such a fun weekend, and we actually have the international director and the IJM Australia Ms. from America coming over as well. So there are going to be some big people there who are going to put some input onto how you walk, onto interview, things like that. So you're going to get like an American point of view on pageantry, which is what we kind of do need here in Australia as well.
Yeah, I mean, American pageantry is where it's at. So if you have a chance to get some feedback from...
it's next level, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned that myself this year, just going from Australian pageantry and then to UK pageantry and then to US pageantry, and they're different. They're worlds apart. It's not the same.
Yeah. It's not. It really isn't.
And I thought that was in 2020 for some reason. So that's actually happening next weekend. So do you have a bunch of girls lined up? Do you have any idea how many people you've got competing?
I don't actually know the exact numbers. I know there is quite a few girls, and there's like they all really want to go to America in 2020, which is so exciting because we really want a big team to go over. Just because every year since 2016, we've had one girl compete. We've had a girl win from Australia. So we just want to keep that up because obviously, we want Australia to kind of dominate the world stage, and so we want more girls to experience like how American girls do it and how you can kind of implement that here in Australia as well.
Very, very cool. So are you going to be heading down to Melbourne yourself?
Yes, I will be. I will be there, and I will be there with my little IJM princess, Ava, as well. So all us queens will be there, except for the 4 international ones.
Perfect. Okay, so that's happening on the 23rd, you said. So that is the Saturday down in Melbourne, and if people want to join in, they still can. So go to is it the IJM Australia site, or is it like the IJM International site?
Yeah, no, so it's the IJM. Let me quickly Google the
I've got it here,
Facebook page actually. Yeah, it should be IJM Australia. Just send them a message, and you'll like send them your email address, and that you should get an email regarding all the information and everything like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got it's an International Junior Miss Australia page, and if you go there, okay, cool. So head to there. I think it's that one. It looks like it hasn't been updated for a while. That post is from February the 15th.
There might be another one.
Yeah, let me just...
I know there is 2 pages, so...
Probably not that one. Let's see if we can actually find it for you.
Yeah, so it's International Junior Miss Australia is the Facebook page.
Junior Miss Australia, that's okay. Yeah, so there are 2. Yeah, and there's a photo of you on that one. Okay. So it's International Junior Miss Australia, no hyphens, no anything. And you'll know you have the right one because on the cover photo there's Rachel, and the last photo is yesterday. Okay, it says last days to register for Melbourne. Okay, so visit internationaljuniormiss.com/Australia for all the info. And it's down in Melbourne on Saturday week, so that's super cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be so much fun. Like I said, the international directors will be there just to give some feedback on all the girls, on what they can improve on, what they liked. And it's going to be kind of a mini version of what IJM is all about. So it's going to be really exciting, and I could not recommend it enough because this is the first time Australia is going to be holding something like this. I
was going to say, this is the first time that they've kind of done an IJM thing here in Australia, isn't it? Because normally it's been, we pick girls here, such as yourself, and then you've gone and competed overseas. But this is the first time they're doing something here.
Yeah, this is the first time that it's actually like a proper event here in Australia. So I think it's something that a lot of girls should be taking part in. And even if you can't compete in 2020, they are actually offering places for 2021 as well.
Right. I think I didn't know it was happening this weekend, because I do know that there are a lot of girls at the moment who have sort of taken a break from pageantry because they've gotten a little bit, for want of a better word, tired of competing in the same systems again and again and again. And I know they're looking for a new opportunity, particularly one that has an opportunity to compete overseas. So
absolutely.
Yeah, if you're watching this because a lot of them are experienced as well. So if you have the right stuff and you have next Saturday free, then head down to Melbourne. It's not that far from most of us.
It's not that that far. Yeah, no, and it's going to be so much fun. And yeah, because there's obviously a lot of systems that have been going on for a few years.
Yeah.
IJM is just something a bit different, and we always love seeing new competitors. We always love seeing new girls. So please come along. Please send us a message, and we'll be happy to have you there.
Yeah, super cool. It's nice to see a new system coming to Australia, and obviously it's a reputable one, and it's over in America, so you know it's not going to go anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, perfect. Anything else in store for you for the rest of 2019, or are we cutting through to 2020 already?
Yeah, so all the exciting stuff is happening next year. But besides that, besides the IGM National Final, that's probably all for 2019. There's a few appearances here and there, but the exciting stuff isn't till next year.
But I mean, you have had a massive year. I mean, you put up a TikTok about it, right?
Yeah, I put up a TikTok about it. That got 10,000 views, actually.
What has been, can you give us, and we'll finish on this, what do you think have been the 1, 2, or 3 highlights for you? If you were to look back 31st December on your year, what do you think the 1, 2, or 3 biggest highlights for you have been?
So to be fair, I can't pick 3, but I'm just going to do 1. The biggest highlight for me was traveling internationally alone. That was a whole new experience. It was terrifying. It was exciting. Doing Disneyland with my best friend, and then doing Houston with all the IJM queens. And like, I was able to model for like Sherry Hill and Lasting Impressions. I was able to work with some fantastic photographers, and I was able to see all my sister queens. And that was such an incredible experience. And not a lot of people can say they've done that in their lives, and I was so blessed to be able to do that at the age of 19.
It's going to be hard to top that in 2020, you know that?
Oh no, it's going to be topped. I know that for a fact.
This sounds interesting. If you can top that, it's going to be a good year.
Oh yeah, I think I can't give too much away, but I think it's beginning of next year. I'll be in the States for about 6 weeks.
Wow. 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's your chance to really become a TikTok celebrity then, huh?
I know. I was like, that's the trick, because that's where I can get all the American audience, and that's so much bigger.
Just load up on cellular data, cell data, as they were cell phone data. Yeah. You're going to be posting a lot over there. Okay.
They have Wi-Fi everywhere.
That's true. They're not like us back in the dark ages. Yeah. Okay. Well, Rach, thanks for walking us through the ins and outs of TikTok. I know you're super busy now that you're famous.
It's hard.
It's hard. But you made the time. I'm going to thank everyone for watching. Yeah. Obviously, if you have any questions about TikTok or IJM, you can message Rach. You can see her Instagram handle there below, or you follow her on TikTok. Your TikTok handle is the same as your Instagram handle?
Yes, absolutely. Still the same one.
Yeah. So you can message her either or both, and then as we've said, the IJM Australia event is happening Saturday week, so the 23rd of November down in Melbourne. And certainly sounds like if you've gotten a bit sick of the other pageants that you've been doing, then give IJM a go, because it sounds super exciting, and Rachel obviously has loved it.
Yeah.
And you get a chance to go to the United States, so I can't say better than that.
Oh, absolutely not. You got to go to Texas. Like, Texas is where it's at.
How's your Texas accent?
It's getting there. It's not perfect, but it's getting there.
Okay. Well, sounds like you got a few weeks to work on it anyway. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll keep you on the line for just a sec, Rach. I'm going to hang up with the audience. Yeah. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Adrian again. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and remember to head over to pageantlaunch.com and join the launch team for our pageant review site. All you need to do is put in your email address. Thanks, and speak to you next time.